that okay if we grab? Okay.
What do you have to say? Nothing?
Damn kiwi on your boots.
A lot of heads.
Carol, what do you got to say, man?
I hate this fucking place.
Okay, thanks.
You have a special head.
I'm gonna go home.
It's on Winslow. What's up?
What's up, man? How you
Nothing.
doing?
Nothing. I'm doing all right.
Great. That's great. This is the ETS area.
Yeah, this is.
Oh.
You guys got your spur holder area? ETS area.
Markham, what's up?
I want to say what's up, dude. You took off.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said what's up.
Okay, cool. And then we come up to San Lucero. How you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Cool, cool. Hallowell, what's up? Beer, okay. Hubert,
What's up?
what's up?
What
Say something.
Stewie likes the cock.
You're fucking
Can we
gay.
curse on that?
No, man.
Who's gonna watch this?
Everybody.
What do you mean everybody? Just family? Or
Yes, my family and everybody.
Well, hey,
So he's like, I'm not gonna swear, damn it.
No, dude, you're too late, man. Go ahead.
over.
Go ahead, Pena. What's up?
Hey, how's it going?
How you doing, Gady?
What's up, man?
Cool. Sergeant G, Sergeant Ross, what's going on?
Recon by God.
Sergeant Ross?
Every day is a cat day.
Time it, you know.
Samron?
You got him getting cooked all the way through. That's the hard part.
Sergeant
What's
Dutcher?
up, fuckers?
What's going on?
Look at that smoke signal, dude. That's the grill lid.
What's going on?
Chilling, cooking me some food.
Cool. No, what's up?
So man, I should be
you
on the
wanna
other
see my
side of
nuts,
this
dude?
grill, dude. I should be the one
Go ahead.
eating.
You want to see? Have you ever seen a mouse on a trampoline, dude?
No. What's going on, Sniper?
Hey, what's going on? Aloha.
What's going on, Harris?
Aloha.
Cool.
I saw women in trampolines.
Here's my best friend right here. He's so cool, dude. Sergeant Black, what's going on?
Hey, what's up?
And Henderson. How you doing?
What's up? How you doing?
You got you? I don't know if I can. Come here, Neil! Can I?
Sergeant Schroeder, Sergeant Major, members and former members of the 1/6 Scout Platoon, thank you for coming to our combat order of the spur ceremony. The reconnaissance platoons within the brigade combat team are all too often overlooked as an integral part of the forward combat element of the brigade due to our size and mission. A heavier emphasis is placed on the larger combat forces, which is understandable. But for all your efforts, the brigade could not succeed in battle and would not have been so successful in the deserts of Southwest Asia. Your reputation precedes you, as much is expected of you, and in keeping with true traditions of recon, you've always delivered, surpassing the standards with flying colors. In the past, scouts who have served in scout and recon platoons or cavalry squadrons in combat without disciplinary actions have been awarded the Combat Order of the Spur. This is a tradition which we're maintaining today. Our first speaker has been a staunch recon advocate. He may have tested our patience from time to time, but never without reason. He's applied our capabilities to real-world missions, and that, coupled with his role as intelligence chief, has alleviated our being sucked into the monotonous drag of routine. From his guidance, we've performed everything from escort service to four-man stacks and takedowns of high-value targets. Gentlemen, I present to you our outgoing S2, Captain Dustler.
Thank you, Sergeant Gurney. Colonel, sir, Sergeant Major, all the distinguished guests. First of all, Colonel's cigar is coming, so don't worry, I'll have a partner for smoking. I'm not going to keep this, I'm actually going to keep this kind of short. Let me move this off here a second. Just come on. I have to bend down, sir. All right, I'll keep bending down. Bottom line is that I got here in June of '02, and I actually went to brigade for a few months while we were downrange, and I came back to 1/6 in May of this year. And I have to say that it has been my honor to work with such fine young soldiers and NCOs, because that's really what it was. It was the NCOs and the soldiers who helped us, who taught us, who really gave us the support we needed when it came to targeting the enemy, to refine a plan, to actually go out and capture and to do our mission. And without the scouts, the NCO leaders, we could not have done our job and or accomplished our battalion mission for Colonel Jones and Colonel Baker, the brigade commander. It truly has been an honor. I've seen some good soldiers leave the last couple years, but I'm glad that everybody else got stop-loss like me, and we were able to make it through the whole deployment together. I have a little award I want to present to this scout platoon. It's to the NCOs and soldiers. If you give me 1 second. '16 Infantry Scout Platoon. Your exceptional tactical knowledge, personal sacrifices, and other actions performed beyond the call of duty were instrumental to the Task Force 16 Intel Team and Battalion success while serving in Baghdad and North Babel, Iraq from April 2003 to July 2004. The hundreds of combat reconnaissance missions you executed and target refinements that followed were directly responsible for the capture of wanted guerrilla fighters, insurgents, and bomb makers. We made sacrifices together, we bonded through months of hardship, and we took care of each other. But we could not have accomplished the mission without you. Your NCOs and soldiers will always be out front to the 16 Intel Team, and we would go in harm's way with you again anytime. Whatever it takes, the regular 2 Intel Team. Hang that proud on the wall in the scout room. You guys earned it.
Very nice talk. Our next speaker truly needs no introduction. He's proven to be a scout-friendly commander who's seen us through trying times as well as the good. He has served as the voice of reason in an otherwise chaotic world. You've guarded him, we've all whined him at one point or another. I present to you our battalion commander, Lieutenant Colonel Jones.
All right, first I'd like to thank young Private Neil for being fleet of foot, getting me a cigar, and again, as scouts normally do, covering up for the failings of the S2 shot. Hello?
One team.
All right, I'm going to try to do this without getting misty-eyed. And that's why I didn't prepare any comments, because this is coming from the heart. You guys are the eyes and ears of this battalion. You were, are, and ever shall be. You get to be one of these old farts that are standing up here with spurs. Okay? And you're a young guy like Neil looking up here. This is one of the finest groups of non-commissioned officers I've ever seen in my life. Bar none, bar MOS, bar anything, and even though Sergeant Perez is still bitching about, being an 11 series secondary, he still knows what's the right MOS, and that's a 19 Delta. So, and ever since I was a little kid, and I watched them John Wayne movies, my favorite is She Wore Yellow Ribbon. John Wayne all crusty out there on the friggin' frontier, coming back and grabbing a cigar, scotch, and beautiful ladies on the sidelines supporting the team. And I can think of no better 21st century comparison of what you guys are doing here today. You're upholding the traditions that go way back, as old, if you're a dragoon, older than even the 6th Infantry Regiment. Be proud of that tradition. Proud of being a scout. Cool? Cool. All right, last thing. Personal thanks. You covered my butt and made it look easy for me to do my job in some of the worst hellholes I have ever been in my life. And believe me, I've been in a lot of them. It was not fun sometimes. It wasn't glorious. but we'll all remember the sacrifices that had to be made. It was made by a fine group of scouts, S2, leaders, and soldiers alike. So as you guys put on these spurs and you taste this grog, you're joining a fine fraternity. And I added a special group that I'm glad to see here today. And that is a group of another fine set of individuals that I want to specialize to, and that's the snipers.
Cool.
You're the eyes. Don't be the killers. One shot, one kill. Because one thing I've learned, not only did you cover my back, we're going to find somebody that while we're on the ground and things are getting nasty, will cover ours. And they've got the capability to do it. So gentlemen, be proud of your heritage, be proud of your past, and focus on the future. Scouts out.
The tradition of the spur. The tradition has its roots in knighthood, where the awarding of gilt spurs symbolized entry into the ranks and fraternity of mounted warriors. Usually the squire aspiring to knighthood had to perform some task or deed on the battlefield or tournament field. Tournaments were the equivalent to our training maneuvers to win their spurs. The spurs themselves were buckled on during the investiture of knighthood, usually during a mass or some other religious ceremony. Knighthood itself was considered sacramental, if not a sacrament itself. Thereafter, it was the spurs that symbolized that a man was a knight, not his horse, not his sword, or his armor. No matter how financially destitute, a poor knight would part with everything else before his spurs. The primary act of degradation, or removing someone from knightly class, was to have another knight cut off the offending knight's spurs. This tradition was carried over to the New World by the predecessors of the cavalry known as the Dragoons, and into the present by you. And it is with honor, courage, and gallantry that the Order of the Spur continues the tradition laid out by our fallen comrades in arms. In keeping with tradition, it's also been accustomed to conduct a grog ceremony during the inductions into the the induction into the rolls of the Order of the Spur. That being said, the tradition of the grog was originated during the American Revolution, when following major campaigns, foreign conscripts, mercenaries in the Continental Army would pay tribute to their previous units, fallen comrades, and homelands by drinking a toast in their honor. Through the decades, it's evolved into a remembrance of campaigns fought and won by the units participating in the ceremony. It's also been proven and effective in the treatment of a number of ailments, to include influenza, snakebite, leishmaniasis, malaria, trichinosis, herpes, and limited flesh wounds. It has been used as an industrial strength floor cleaner and successfully tested as a fuel for stellar exploration. In keeping with this tradition, as well as maintaining a culinary standard, all grogs must begin with a base. In honor of our mighty steeds, which have carried us through an arduous journey, we'll start with a base of an oil sample from Headquarters 2-0, which bears the scars of our most recent campaign, and Headquarters 2-4, the platoon mule.
Awesome. Yeah.
Next, we'll add sand from Iraq, symbolizing again our most recent campaign.
Throw the food in there.
It's up. Never mind, leave the food out.
That was my spare set. My actual set is clean. Next, I present Sergeant Rapier.
Gentlemen, on this day, I present to you tequila, which represents the part we took in the Mexican War.
Yeah.
Next, I present Specialist Patterson.
Don't even get single barrel, cheap bastards.
Gentlemen, I present to you Jack Daniels in honor of our Kentucky brethren that fought gallantly in the war against the states.
Hey Neil, take a step to your right, please. Thank you very much.
Next, I present Staff Sergeant Cook.
All right, gentlemen, this is Jägermeister. Yeah! This represents fighting against the Nazi regime or the Reich. The Reich. Yeah! Save some for me! Yes!
Gentlemen, next I present Staff Sergeant Dilcher.
Gentlemen, I present you with Absolute Vodka for our steadfast this during the Cold War. Whoa! Whoa! Yeah. That's for the homies. Woo! I think you guys are out of practice or something.
Next, I present Staff Sergeant Carey.
Gentlemen, I give you Kool-Aid. In remembrance of the 21st Amendment. Oh, come on, girl pig. You have to explain that amendment to him. Don't dilute it all. Save some for the kids.
Next, I give you Sergeant First Class Corley.
Gentlemen, I present to you beer in honor of a grateful host nation.
Go!
Finally, I give you Lieutenant Colonel Jones, who will stir and sample the grog to see if it's fit for human consumption.
It's the good mix. Oh yeah, here we go, Missing something. Needs a little bit of commander's guidance. Master Spur, I wouldn't give a dead horse lying in the fields and plains of Texas that shit. But gentlemen, it's good enough for you. You gotta like that.
Gentlemen, I give you the grog. All inductees into the Order of the Spur will be required to sample this concoction upon receiving their Spur certificates, unless you object directly to the senior Spur holder. That'd be me. Reading of the citation. Gentlemen, you have served your country and the cavalry well. For what you are about to receive, let no man degrade or diminish. You've traveled where others feared to tread, and you've accomplished deeds which will be remembered in history, if not by those few whose lives you truly touched long after we're dead and gone. That being said, citation reads as follows. Be it known that brandishing saber and colt followed the cavalry guidon to the birthplace of civilization in the ancient city of Baghdad, land of Iraq. You've demonstrated the skill, fitness, dash, discipline, and cunning of a United States cavalry trooper during Operation Iraqi Freedom, and are hereby entered into the rolls of the Order of the Spur, and are hereby authorized to wear a pair of golden cavalry spurs to all formal cavalry functions. Ordered this first day of July, 2004. As your name's called out, you'll sound off, step forward to receive your certificate. If you have a certain individual that you want to put your spurs on, you let us know and we'll make it happen. First Lieutenant Matthew Baugh.
Moving
Not only will you wear your spurs at all cavalry functions, but you also wear them to all battalion functions from now on. Ward ceremonies, balls, and if you think you can handle it, maybe even a battalion run or two.
Prepare to mount.
Neil, to your right, please. Thank you.
Dismount and post. Thank you for your hard efforts downrange. Lead by example, sir. Yes, he didn't see the odds.
Oh, shit. Hope you ain't driving.
Suck it down.
Staff Sergeant Samuel Gonzalez.
Everybody's a cab day. Every day's a cab day.
Prepare to mount. Mount.
It's not gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt. Yes, sir, holder.
Dismount and post.
Oh yeah. Up, that way. Wrong.
Neil, to your right. Neil, to your right, please. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. That would make sense. Let me get this and then I will.
Do it, Gonzo! Do it! Do it! Let's go, Saturday! Amen. Amen. Oh, I got a yo-yo!
Hard cook.
Prepare to mount. Mount.
Right t-shirt.
Hope he's not driving.
Dismount and post.
Party foul, drink 2.
Hey Neil, do you think you can like control this for me while I take a leak? Because I have to piss like a racehorse.
Dude, you just sign on.
That's on the camera.
Who's this?
Stuart sees it. I'm sorry, Stuart.
Coming to you.
No, second half. Yeah!
Sergeant Derek L. Correct? Mount.
You fix the Kool-Aid, look out.
Dismount and post.
Just drink out of the bowl. Yeah! Get some!
Made it last. That's all
Sergeant Grant.
Yeah, I'll do it.
No, way to volunteer.
Yeah, I'm out.
Get some sand! Well, gentlemen, if you're going to drink, don't drive. If you're going to drive, don't drink. If you're going to drink, drive on.
You like that, don't you?
It's good! Drink it! Get some! Six!
And I'm out.
Carrie, not Eliana.
I was exaggerating.
Thirsty Stewart!
Mount.
Get a real horse around here. Yeah.
Come on, little fan.
Do it! Hey! Do it! Do it! Just do it!
Come on, sir! Woo!
That's one.
Here we go. Come on, then we got switched out.
All right, gentlemen, we do have a designated TMP.
Hey, what are you doing, Bubba? Huh? What are you doing, little boy? Don't look at the camera. Don't look at the camera, Bubba. Don't look at the camera. Aren't you gonna talk to me anymore, dude? Come on, talk a little bit more. Talk a little bit more. Really? What is that? What is that? What is that, Bubba? Talk to me. So what'd you do today? Huh? What'd you do today?
I'm pooping.
Oh, did you poop it? Did you poop it? Huh? Did you poop it?
Mommy.
Did you? Oh, did you pee in mommy? Did you do that, little boy? Huh? Yeah, I know. Why are those things moving?
Have mommy in the face.
Did you do that, Kaden? Huh? Did you do that to mama? Huh?